should Democrats operate in the Trump era?
This question of whether we fight back right away or not, that question has been answered. He has already started to institute a right-wing program, so of course we have to fight.
I wouldn't go tweet for tweet, but I think we can hit him between the eyes with a 2x4 and treat him like Mitch McConnell treated Barack Obama.
I was the executive director of the House Democratic Caucus in 2006, and we won a seat in Kansas. That wasn't on Rahm Emanuel's list, but we won because of the 50-state strategy. We have to go back to investing in all of our states.
So one of the party's biggest donors, Haim Saban, has said that Congressman Ellison is a quote-unquote anti-Semite and, quote, would be a disaster for the relationship between the Jewish community and the Democratic Party. Please raise your hand if you think Saban should apologize for those remarks.
I just think everybody should know that Haim and I did have a phone call. I won't disclose what we talked about, but it was amicable, and we're going to get together and build on our relationship.
I think I may have been the only one who did not raise my hand, and that's because I think as Democrats, we need to stop falling for these gotcha questions.
We are gerrymandered to death. And, you know, South Carolina is a real Christian state, and I say this quite often back home. If Jesus Christ came back and ran in some of these districts, he could not win if he ran as a Democrat.
We as Democrats have not, and as progressives, we're all the same, we've not celebrated our victories. For the last 8 years, we've allowed conservatives to define what we have accomplished as being wrong.
A false choice is being laid at our feet, that there's a portrayal of this competition for chair as though it were a choice. As though it were a choice between one wing of the party and another, as though it would be a defeat for some Democrats and a victory for others. That presentation is unfair to the candidates who are here. We need to transcend that, get past that, and be united.
Another show of hands question. Who here believes that the DNC did unfairly put its thumb on the scale during the 2016 primary?
That's a gotcha question I'm not going to answer.
Thank you.
One of the things that killed me is when we had 60 votes in the Senate, that we as Democrats didn't take the opportunity to really drive down the most progressive voting rights in the country.
Congressman Ellison has said that he would reinstate the ban on lobbyist contributions to the DNC. Would you?
When lobbyists or corporations give us any money, what are they going to get from the DNC? It's not like we have a vote in Congress. We can't determine any laws.
If I do become DNC chair, I'm not going to impose a policy on anybody. We're going to have a democratic process on how we arrive at funding the Democratic Party.
We have to stop putting the money first and the people second. We need to start putting the people first, and the money will come.
What I am concerned about is the bigger issue of money in elections. It's not going to happen just because one party unilaterally disarms in some way. We need actual, real reform. And if we can't get it through legislation, we got to go to the Constitution.
I don't think it's the role of the DNC chair to go to a Democrat and say, you voted wrong here, you voted wrong there. You know what? They have party leadership that will deal with that issue. The DNC chair's job is to get Democrats elected and to get Democrats involved. Now, I'm going to tell you something about politicians. They see the light when they feel the heat. If you guys get involved and tell them that you're not all right with that, I think some votes will start going the way you want them to go.